Hey, what's up everyone? I had a couple of other videos planned, but I figured I'd do this one just to get it out of the way. But those other videos are going to be coming. But let's go ahead and just move on with this and skip the fucking pleasantries. Now, YouTube has been home to a lot of fucking unsavory characters, to say the least. This doesn't just, this isn't just like an our little theist, atheist, slash anti-theist, slash anti-atheist, whatever group you want to fucking call it. There's been a lot of pricks on here, and a lot of people, they're bullshit artists. We'll just say that, Brecking. And the sad thing is, when we first, well, at least when I first got started, this is kind of before like the atheist civil war shit, which kind of started with the Coughlin versus Amazing Atheist and fake Sagan shit. But even before that, there were little things like a lot of atheists were attacking the Amazing Atheist because he was criticizing Don Exodus 2, a user who used to do more videos. I don't think he's been around for a while. He might still be around, but I don't really pay much attention. But he was a theist at that time. He was a Christian, but he believed in evolution, and the Amazing Atheist was insulting him for that, for believing in evolution, even though evolution's a fact, and the whole thing with God, you can't really know. Let's be honest. I mean, no one really knows if there's a God or not. So, a lot of atheists, were like, that's fucked up. Anyway, there were also little spats, like the whole Tommy from the Bronx versus Mendham thing. But, for the most part, it seemed like a lot of us got along with each other. And it's weird because it was like the simple fact that we were atheists. I mean, beyond that, it's like, well, yeah, I disagree with him, but he's an atheist, which kind of pissed me off. But we're kind of beyond that now, and it seems like the more we get to know people, the more we realize that we don't like each other. And this has been said before. And even recently, there's someone that, I, was friends with for quite some time, and then it just turned out like, I don't think we really like each other. But anyway, and that might turn up in a future video. I might do it. I've kind of been dicking around with the idea. But anyway, so there's a user on here by the username Atheism Defended. Now, why atheism needs defended is beyond me. I mean, all you really have to say is, where's the proof there's a God? And I mean real fucking proof. That's all you need. That's really it. I mean, that's it. You don't have to say anything else. And if they have anything, well, look around you. You can just say, yeah, I see shit. Shit. Shit that people built. Shit that people fucked with. I don't see evidence of a God. But, nonetheless, he's a user. He's an anti-theist. Now, he's one of these dickheads. And that's being, pretty nice, considering the kind of shit he said. But he's one of these fucking dickheads who says that religion is a mental disorder. Which has always fucked me up. The thing is, he said, it's a mental disorder when people point out. It hasn't, okay, no, it's not. It's never been peer-reviewed. No one in any real position of power is going to say that and actually be able to back it up. Now, what was his argument? Well, there are people that watched his video, and they support it, so that's peer review, right? Well, yes, in a way. I guess you could say your peers approved of it, even though, okay, well, what about the people who disagree? But, beyond that, and I'll touch more on that in a second, but what about all the creationist videos? What about, videos from, like, Ian Juby, or Venom Fang X? We'll just say someone who's here on YouTube, who is just here on YouTube, because that's what Atheism Defended. That's what he does. That's what Raul does. He does YouTube videos. He has no kind of influence outside of the fucking scope of YouTube, at least not that I'm aware of. But, Venifang X. Look how many people approved of his videos. Now, some people might say it's not really a good example because, he had a lot of sock accounts and shit like that. And he blocked any kind of dissent. But then again, you can still rate his fucking videos. But then again, he did take ratings down. But okay, we'll just say, Together for Peace. Yeah, maybe he got a lot of hate, but his peers, his Christian peers, agreed with what he said. So does that mean that that the shit he says is true? It goes both fucking ways. That's the problem. But, with this whole thing with peer review, there are two people, and Coughlin brought this up in his video to Atheism Defended, that was Unseen Perfidy Rob and Schizophrenic Queen. We're saying this shit like, no, that's not a mental disorder. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And he got like, oh, you guys can't say anything because you're fucking mentally ill. Okay, well, how many people that agree with you have some kind of mental illness? Because, yeah, Schizophrenic Queen, she's schizophrenic. I've met schizophrenics who were like worse, I guess you could say. Like they were functioning, but I've talked to some that they were very hard to communicate with because of just the seriousness of their condition. Now, did I judge them? No. That doesn't mean they're any less a people or that they don't have anything valid to say. It just means that, they had worse schizophrenia. But anyway. But, yeah, what about the people who suffer from depression? People like me. I suffer from deep fucking depression. So does that mean I can't say anything? I can't disagree? Oh, because I can't talk about mental health. Okay, well, what about some other people in the mental health field who suffer from that? Are they allowed to say anything? Even if their reasoning is completely fucking solid, they have evidence to back up everything they say. If they're mentally ill, can you just throw out everything they've said? And what if it came out that, we'll just bring up someone popular, even though the guy's a fucking cunt, Richard Dawkins. What if it turns out that he has some kind of mental disorder? Can we just discount everything he fucking says about biology or anything else? Can we do that? Because he suffers from something? See, it's that kind of bullshit. It's like, see, there you go. What the fuck are you talking about? Or are you just playing a fucking cop-out? There you go. That's what I think it is. It's like, oh, well, I think I'm right. You guys can't say anything. Okay, so name really one person who agrees with you that is completely fucking sane and rational, has no kind of fucking mental health issues, that agrees with you. Good luck. But beyond that, Raul pulls this bullshit, because apparently, and I didn't know all this, because I don't fucking pay attention to that guy, there's a lot of people in here I just stay away from. I don't fuck with them. Why bother? He's one of them, but turns out he became an atheist like 4 years ago. So he comes on here, all fucking full of piss and vinegar, deciding that he, apparently, is going to lead the atheist reformation. He's the fucking Martin Luther of atheism now. He's deciding whether you're a capital A atheist or a lowercase a atheist. Which I fucking love. But then again, I've never really capitalized atheist because who gives a fuck? It's just, you're an atheist, who cares? It means nothing. It's never been, well, I shouldn't say it's never. I think we all kind of went through, not all of us, maybe not even a majority of us. I can only speak for myself here. But I kind of went through a phase of anti-theism, where I was like, well, fuck them. And it's mostly because, during school, because I've considered myself an atheist since I was 5. I never really told many people outside my family, but then when I finally did in school, there'd be whispers and shit as I walked through the hall, oh, he's an atheist, like I'm a fucking leper or something. Don't touch him, he might give you atheism. But, I kind of went through a stage where, some of the more ballsy assholes would kind of say stupid shit to me. And eventually I got to where I'm like, you're an asshole, you're a fucking hypocrite, and here's fucking why. And I got kind of anti-theistic. But then I started to realize that there are a lot of theists who, they don't care. They say, hey, if it works for you, whatever, If that's what you believe, I don't get it. But, hey, you don't get what I believe, so hey, we could be friends outside of that. In fact, there are a lot of fucking, well, not a lot, but a few theists on here, that they and I, we're the same way. Yeah, maybe we've talked about it. Dream Warrior 2008. I actually asked him on one of his question and answer videos, like, well, what was your path to Christianity? And he explained it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I'm not going to say, I think that's bullshit. And it's like, okay, well, if it means something to you, fine. No, that's cool. Atheism means nothing to me, but, he's not trying to change my mind because he's that kind of guy. He's a good guy. But anyway, Raul, he's gonna separate the men from the boys in the atheist community. And it's like, my question is, who the fuck do you think you are? Really, who the fuck do you think you are? You're some dickhead who was a Christian for all this time, which, if it's a mental illness, so you were mentally ill all these fucking years. It wasn't that you just had a belief system, and then you just kind of said, you know what, I don't know if I really believe this anymore. Because if you say that's a fucking mental illness, which I'm going to touch on that later, what about, conspiracy theorists? I was a conspiracy theorist for quite some time. Is that a mental disorder? Then I started to realize, I just don't believe this shit. I don't think it makes sense to me anymore. So, there you go. But anyway, so he was mentally ill, and which I love, because it's like, okay, so tell people who actually suffer from real mental illnesses that basically all it takes is you not believing it anymore, and all of a sudden, you're cured. But an atheist for 4 fucking years, a very small fucking part of your life, And somehow, you have the fucking guidance from, the fucking atheist non-gods to tell everyone what they should be doing. I've been an atheist, I guess you could say at least consider myself an atheist, for 23 fucking years now. Shouldn't I have more fucking say over what people should be doing than you? Especially since, I've been on YouTube longer, I've considered myself an atheist longer, and, I've been an atheist longer. I've been making atheistic videos since before you were a fucking atheist. Oh, but, so that means nothing? Oh, why, because I don't agree with you? Fuck you. Who the fuck do you think you are, dickhead? Coming on here saying this shit. It's like, go fuck yourself. You know nothing, okay? You know nothing. At all. Your fucking reasoning is bullshit. If you just say, you know what, I was a theist, I don't believe it anymore, hey, no big fucking deal. But then again, if it was the reverse, you were an atheist for all this time, and then the last 4 fucking years, you've been a theist, okay, I don't give a fuck. It's happened. The reverse has happened too, obviously. But the thing about it is that, Raul here, Atheism Defended, is one of the best examples I have ever fucking seen, and kind of, I wouldn't even call it a theory, but it's kind of like an idea I had, and basically I explained that in a video I called Born Again Atheists. And what that video was about are the people who, they're basically like their religious counterparts. They're born again religious counterparts. And that is this. When you talk about born again Christians, a lot of them are real prickish. You have your George W. Bush types, who apparently, they didn't really give a fuck. And then all of a sudden, they found Jesus, and they just have to force it on everyone's, down everyone's fucking throats. They have to force it on every fucking buddy, because they found this good shit. They were missing out, apparently, and they don't want you to miss out. So they have to, be fucking balls deep. And they have to just make sure everyone fucking knows. And, you get that from a lot of fucking groups, atheists, vegetarians, Christians, a lot of fucking people. They discovered this good fucking shit. Basically the man of the gods. And they don't want you to miss out. So they're going to be the biggest pricks of all. And Raul here is one of the worst fucking examples. It's like, no, you believe this, you are fucked up. You are just absolutely fucked up. And I can't believe you believe this shit. You're a fucking idiot. I know I believed it for all this time, but now I'm different. Now I found the fucking cure. So, you should believe what I believe. He's the best fucking example I have ever fucking seen. With my little hypothesis there. And I never thought I'd see a better example than, I brought up my wife and a couple other people. But, it's like, it made so much fucking sense when I'm listening to the shit this guy says, when I'm listening to what other people say about this guy, I'm like, it's the same shit. It's basically a born-again Christian. Because even a lot of Christians I know don't like born-again Christians because they're just absolute cunts about it. But, the thing about, I'm going to come full, I guess, not really full circle, but, anyway. The thing about, this whole mental disorder thing, it really fucking pisses me off when people throw around these buzzwords, like, this and this and this is a mental disorder. It's discrimination. It's this. It's this. It's this. No, it's not. Okay, religion is not a mental disorder. It's a belief. You can believe it or you don't. Because, quite frankly, the anti-theists are more biblically, how would you fucking say? They're basically biblical literalists. They say that theists need to be more moderate, but then the ones who aren't, they don't believe in, a literal interpretation of the Bible. Oh, well, they're stupid. The Bible says they better fucking believe it. Well, no, you wanted them to be moderate. These ones are. Oh, well, this, no. You can't have it both fucking ways. There are plenty of fucking theists who, believe in evolution, or, they say, well, this, I think, was meant to be a parable. I think this was just meant to, be symbolic of this. I don't think this literally happened. I think it was just meant to be symbolic of this and this and this. Okay, fine. If you believe that, fine. It's not a fucking mental disorder. But that's just thrown around. You hear it all the fucking time. Especially, in the political spectrum. Liberalism is a mental disorder. Conservatism is a mental disorder. No, they're not. They're fucking belief systems. Now, I would say that the people who believe in, like, especially Tea Party bullshit, like, and I'm talking the diehards here, not the people who say, like, I think we should be more fiscally responsible, I think we should be, better about the way we do things, I think we need to think more deeply about the shit before we pass. Okay, that's fine. But when you get to the point where you're like, a birther, or you think that, healthcare, oh, this is just socialism. It's not socialism. But even if we did have a socialistic system, or whatever, some might even say communistic system, like universal healthcare, you said it would be a disaster. Based on what? Are all these countries in fucking ruins that have it? No. I would say that's just stupidity. That's you fucking drinking the Kool-Aid from, Fox News and shit like that, even though a lot of I don't watch Fox News. Oh, bullshit. All your fucking talking points come from them. Let's be honest. But even the liberals, the ultra fucking liberals, like, you just drank their fucking Kool-Aid for whatever fucking reason. You think that all Republicans are fucking stupid, and not a single Republican idea is good, even though you could argue that fucking point. But anyway, it really pisses me off that this motherfucker, who's supposed to be rational, instead of being rational about this and actually being fair, he's just being an absolute fucking cunt. And all this shit, because he was a cunt before, but then when he says all this shit, like, you can't say anything because you have mental disorders. That just makes you look like a bigger cunt, Raul. It just makes you look even fucking worse to the rest of us. And, well, the ones who are, like, actually reasonable, rational, who actually try to be empathetic, who actually try to talk to people who don't agree with us. Because when that's all you do, you just talk to people who think like you, basically you start to fuck up. You start to trust them too much. You start to, like, anything they say, like, well, that must be true. They said it. Well, they agree with me. Well, they wouldn't bullshit me, would they? Well, they might. And with you not actually going outside of your own little fucking box and checking that, you might just fucking believe it and then believe some fucking bullshit. I know I have. I know I've believed some shit because people agree with me, and then it's like, oh wait, that was a fucking bullshit tale. It was just some fucking horse shit. But, I'm not fucking shocked. It's these people who, do nothing but bitch about religion and how religion just fucks everything up. Not even, talk about shit that religion has done. That's bad. That's fine. I agree. In fact, there's a video I'm probably going to be doing sometime here shortly, where I actually attack atheists for something, and I'll get on that when I do the video, but yeah, you can attack that. But you can't say all theists are fucking idiots. All theists fuck things up for the rest of us. All theists do this, or all theists do that. No. Because as soon as you bring that up, in my opinion, and I've heard this brought up before, if you say that, like, atheists, well, we're not doing this and this and this. Okay, well, guess what? You've now opened the door to shit like Stalin, Pol Pot, Mao. They were all atheists. Now, Hitler's thrown in there. And Coughlin actually made a good joke about this. And sorry, Coughlin, if you watch this, I'm kind of stealing your joke here. But at least I'm giving you credit, motherfucker. He said, basically, they've been playing a game of hot potato with Hitler. And I thought that was one of the best fucking ways to sum it up. So, was Hitler an atheist? I don't know. Most likely, he was, some kind of just weird, kind of in-between shit. Like, maybe he did believe it, maybe he didn't. Maybe he's agnostic, maybe not. I don't know. Who gives a fuck? It doesn't fucking matter. But then again, it doesn't fucking matter if someone's a theist. It doesn't automatically mean they're going to try to take all your fucking rights away. Or, take out the government so they can, just put in a fucking theocracy. Doesn't mean that they're going to vote to take your fucking rights away for, old-fashioned Christian values. Just like not all atheists are going to try to put in some kind of communist dictatorship. That's why you have to look at shit as rationally as you can. Look at what this person believes. Look at the person as an individual. Look at what they believe. Talk to them. There's no fucking hurt in talking to them. There's no hurt in learning things. That's why I told people whenever I read the Satanic Bible, it doesn't necessarily mean I believe this shit. I mean, I did at a certain point. But that just means you want to learn something. You want to see shit from their point of view. What the fuck is wrong with that? But, whatever. Because this guy, he's the atheist Martin Luther, so, we better fucking get in line or else we're going to be left behind, because this is the new stage of atheism. But then again, I love all this shit. There's atheism plus, and then this fucking, capital A atheist and lowercase atheist, and then there's this, and then there's, strong atheists and weak atheists, and we can't just be atheists. No, you have to divide us. So essentially, we are now atheism, atheists. It's now a religion. We're a religion, because we have these tenets, apparently. Atheism plus has tenets like, oh, well, we should all believe this. I don't want to be marching with someone who believes this and this and this. Why march about atheism? I mean, if you're going to march about something, make it worthwhile. Don't just... if it's something like that's actually a civil rights issue, fine. But if you're just... Atheists need to be represented. Okay, well, we're a pretty fucking tiny minority. It's like, what, 5% of the population of this country? So, yeah, who gives a fuck? I mean, it's... Why... yeah, preach against intolerance. Whether that's to atheists or theists. But whatever. I guess I'm just some lowercase atheist. Lowercase a atheist, but whatever. So anyway, this is Bad 5, and I'll see you guys next video.